There are over 180 Michelin-rated restaurants in Thailand, and more than a quarter of these are street food. And since Michelin is all about quality, and street food, real street food that is about value, it got me wondering, is Bangkok the best value eating city on earth? To find out, we're spending $100 on as many Michelin-rated meals as possible.
What?
No stinging here, full portions of whatever the Michelin-rated food is, and maybe some other yummy things along the way as well.
That is the oddest experience ever.
And by the end of this video, we're going to have established if Bangkok is truly the best value eating city on earth. Guys, today we're going to try and eat nothing but Michelin food all day for nothing but $100. So my rule is this: if it has AC, it is no longer street food. That is now a restaurant. It also helps if there's an exposed kitchen. Your kitchen's in the back, I don't know, just more restaurant-like to me. There we go. Let's see how these restaurants go. Let's see how these street foods go. Say hello, Bowie.
That's all I can say now.
We're starting out with tom yum pork noodles.
All right, Bowie. Our first Michelin meal of today. What is this?
It's a kway teow mu.
Sure.
Kway teow mu tom yum. Actually, we ordered a tom yum soup, right? So I think we actually can find it almost everywhere in Thailand, but I do want to know how special it is here.
Let's do it. Let's eat.
First thing first, you have to taste the noodles. If it's good one, it should not be overcooked. It should not be too soft.
That is really good, right? Like you said, it's kind of like al dente style. It's like you can crunch right through it. It's not too spicy, kind of sweet, a little bit sour. Noodles with like the perfect level of cookness. All right, let's try the fishball. There's not that much, it doesn't really have a fishy flavor. That's kind of strange, mixing in the pork with the fish. I think overall, like this is to me a perfect street food meal. Sure, it's like inside, we're kind of in like a restaurant, but guys, they recently changed location. Actually, the original place is across the street, which looks a little bit more street foody, but no AC, check. Exposed kitchen, check. Plastic bowl, check. Exactly what I want from my Michelin street food meals. This was really good.
Yeah. เท่าไหร่นะคะ150 baht.
$5 for two people. That's insane. That's value. That's why we love street food. I still can't believe that was so cheap. This mission might be pretty easy.
Next up, Sawi Bami Kampu. This is the place to try top quality crab noodles in Bangkok.
That behind me is AC. And there's no exposed kitchen. This definitely is lower on the street food rankings in terms of street food, that is. But the food on the menu looks damn good. Crab noodle. Let's see how it is.
The sweet, succulent giant crab claw flesh is perfectly paired with sticky egg noodles and shrimp dumplings. Be sure to try their famous noodles with extra soup and barbecue pork on the side, premium quality and fresh ingredients.
It's the crab noodles. It's different from the first restaurant though. Because the first restaurant that we had rice noodles.
Right. This looks not like Thai food to me, because when I think of Thai food, I think of those tom yum style colors.
Yeah.
But this has those sort of Chinese decor. Oh wow, that's really good. Really garlicky.
This is really nice egg noodles.
Yeah. It's completely different from what we've tried this
So
morning.
it's really good quality.
I mean, this is some of the best smoky flavored barbecue pork I've had. Has that thick layer of fat that just melts away. You get the garlicky flavor from these hand-pulled noodles. This is so freaking good. And it's a random mix with the crab claw, but all right, I'm gonna try the crab claw. It's clearly the best bit of the dish.
How is it?
Wow. In general as well, this has more of a restaurant vibe, right? AC, hidden kitchen, and proper tableware. Okay guys, that was 400 baht. We are now 560 baht in. That's a decent amount of our budget. That's like more than 10%. We're only 2 restaurants in. Let's go. More Michelin to come.
When you think of Michelin, you think like this high-end, pretentious, like gourmet cuisine, right?
Yes.
And then street food, you think terrible service, you know, like that.
Yeah,
but it's about the environment. It's about like the vibe, the noise, like the thing, and it like has this other charm to it.
Next up, we're headed to Tang Sui Heng restaurant. This iconic family-run shop has been packed with locals for more than 50 years. These days, the family's second generation runs it, but the founder's talent for cooking dishes like the signature clay pot stewed duck with intestines, blood jelly, and feet clearly runs in the family.
Okay, third location, I see roast duck. That's always a recipe for success. No AC, check. Exposed kitchen, check. Stainless steel tables, I love it. This is my kind of vibe. I think we are well and truly in the territory of street food. Let's do this.
This is totally different. This is like
Yeah.
kind of weird and wacky. The Michelin food here looks amazing. It's duck tongue, which is the new part of the Michelin menu. This kind of clay pot mashed up everything, the legs, the feet without the webby things, all of the duck offal that was recommended to us. I'm gonna start with just a piece of this like gorgeous looking meat. That's really good, rich. Again, you get a hint of like garlic. It's not spicy. That's just really good, well cooked duck.
This is so good.
Yeah, that completely changes the dish.
I think this one is a highlight.
The knuckle.
Yeah, knuckle.
It convinced me, Bowie. It's knuckle time. Whoa, look at the steam coming off that thing. Like that's $8 fresh. That looks so effing good. Oh wow. There's kind of, yeah, tendons was the right word. All right guys, this is like one of the most wacky looking dishes. I've had tongue before, but I've never thought of like a duck tongue. You know, usually you have like beef tongue or some kind of large animal.
Yeah. Really?
What? That is the oddest experience ever. There's like a bone running through the middle of the duck tongue. That is the weirdest feeling. You're not expecting there to be a bone in the middle of it because it's a tongue. Tongues don't have bones. That is the craziest thing. All right, duck blood, guys.
I love duck blood. I do the dance when I like the food.
You like this one? It's one of those things that's maybe a little bit intimidating. Not that common in the West.
Right.
It's so silky, so smooth. Has that kind of like a tiny bit of that irony blood taste. I just love it. Guys, I think this restaurant has fulfilled all of my street food dreams. We have blown through the budget at this point. That was 695 baht. That's around about 18, 19 US dollars. Don't get me wrong, that was well and truly worth it. But we're gonna be eating Michelin food all day. We're gonna have to do some volume now.
It's already 12 o'clock, noon, and we've barely eaten any food. We're like, what, 3, maybe 4 dishes in?
Yeah.
Let's speed this process up.
Next up, Chaki. This family-run Cantonese shop has been on Rang Rum Road for 30 years.
Giant line, and the lady cooking is also the lady serving. True classic street food style. This is the authenticity that I'm after in street food.
Everyone's here for their famous deep-fried wonton or deep-fried rice noodle and beef topped with gravy. Once these dishes sell out, the shop closes for the day.
No AC, check. But a lot of the cooking is coming out from the back, so I don't know. I'll give that like a 50-50 ratio. We're like 20 minutes in, no food. Even for street food, these better be some damn good noodles.
Boy, finally, this dish better be really effing good.
Yeah, we have been waiting for more than 25 minutes.
A long time.
I think.
But in their defense, I've never seen anything quite like this. This is crazy. It's kind of like we have all these deep fried, crunchy noodles.
Yeah.
We have pork on top, kind of like lightly cooked pork, and then it all seems to be in this thick gelatinous gravy.
Because it's gravy, right?
It's the craziest looking dish. I mean, dude, I've got to admit, that felt pretty perfect right away. I forgave all of the waiting within one bite. I went from furious to enchanted.
Mix it? Yeah.
Mix it more.
Yeah, because it's just put it.
Wow.
Or it's going to be too
It's
sour.
the craziest looking dish, actually. So the noodles come out crunchy, and then by the time you mix it, they go soft. That is really effing good. I thought I'd be completely sick of noodles by this point, but that's totally different. That's totally unique. I don't think we've had any two noodle dishes that are the same today.
I think because it's so crunchy, that's why we feel like it's okay to have more noodles now.
Right. The texture in all of these has been radically different. I don't know. It's all forgiven. I forgive them being so late.
Me too.
We'll have 355 baht. That is around about $10.
We are through about 1,600 baht, which means that's around $43. We're actually not doing too bad. Under halfway. Let's see how we're going.
It's dessert time at Panichi Sticky Rice. This iconic family-run eatery serves delectable mango sticky rice made from a recipe that's been handed down the generations for 80 years.
Time for some dessert. And am I looking forward to this or what? I am noodled out. 3 mango sticky rice, $3.35. I got one for the driver. Xuan, this is for you, man. Hungry. Alright, so here's the deal. I am no sticky mango pudding expert, so Xuan's gonna try some out and let us know if this is really Michelin level. Better than everything else.
ข้าวเหนียวจะแข็งนิดนึงเมื่อเปรียบเทียบกับที่เคยกินที่เยาวราชอร่อยกว่า
He actually said that the sticky rice too hard.
Too hard.
He like it better at Yawarat or the Chinatown.
Alright, so Xuan is actually telling me that he knows better sticky rice pudding places all over Bangkok. So there you go. Maybe you don't need to try the Michelin awarded stuff. This is a dangerous way to eat takeaway. It might be like the most touristy thing you could possibly do. I've nearly lost this dish like 5 times.
Yeah, put it on my face. Nice.
Gway Jub Mr. Joe. From early morning until late afternoon, locals flock to the small room at the front and the large dining area at the rear. Enjoy Gway Jub as an entree or in a sweet, peppery rice noodle broth. Rich layers of soft pork are encased in crispy skin, can be ordered with or without pork offering. Obviously, we're going with the with.
There's been so many noodles.
So many noodles, just
Turns
different
out-
type of noodles. Yeah.
Right. But that is the saving thing here. I think everything so far, there's been a crazy amount of variety. What we haven't had is almost like this wide, flat.
It's actually like square noodles. Like
Right, it
yeah.
almost looks like sheets of rice paper wrapped up. It sort of looks more like a pasta than a noodle. Oh man, super unique. Again, not really like a noodle. Maybe noodle is the wrong term. It's sort of just like, yeah, wrapped up sheets.
It is called kway chap. It's a still rice noodle, but just the shape of it is quite different, right?
And then we have just about like every assortment of meat and offal you could possibly imagine. There's roast pork, liver, kidney,
yeah.
lungs,
Arch.
you name it, it's in here.
Yeah.
What is that? Some kind of interesting side?
Pork skin.
Pork skin.
Yeah, pork skin. Just
Start with
different
that.
side. It's not that crispy, right?
That's really good. Gelatinous, fatty.
Feeling good now. Well, listen.
Then we got the pork,
Crispy pork.
crispy pork.
It's the highlight of the dish, I feel.
That is really good. And despite being in the soup, it is still really crispy. Like the skin, crunchy as hell. That's great.
Oh, this one is my favorite. I love it.
I have no idea what this is. Liver or kidney, something like that.
Liver is my favorite.
And what's the one you don't want to eat, Bowie?
Heart. I don't like heart.
You don't like the hard?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell. There's so many pieces chopped up in this thing. $1.80, that's like $5. That's a steal. This is really good. We're killing it. Let's cram in some more Michelin food. Xuan! I always thought of Vietnam as the land of noodles, but I swear, the variety of noodles we've had today has been absolutely insane. Not once have I felt like it was a very similar, or even remotely similar dish. Everything's been drastically different.
An Gway Teow Kua Gai. Family owned and managed, this stall's hallmark dish is roast chicken noodles. The noodles have a crispy, non-oily texture and are rich in seasoning aromas. Weird complaint, but there's AC here and there's no kitchen in sight. This definitely disqualifies it from my ratings of street food. We're still gonna eat it, but it breaks all my rules. Let's see how the food tastes. Boy, this is gonna be kind of awkward.
Yeah, I know.
This is the oddest street food restaurant I've ever been to in my life. It's like almost this like fine dining like vibe inside. There's definitely none of the atmosphere. Some of the decor is very street foody.
Yeah.
And I hear from my cameraman that outside it's basically like rock music and an
Yes.
entirely outdoor kitchen. But what I do know is this looks very different from anything we've tried so far. Are there actually noodles in this?
Still noodles, but different how they cooked it, different technique.
All right, let's try. Wow. Without the sauce, it's like really light and fluffy. You have that like fried flavor. I don't want too much of that.
I think the sauce is supposed to be a little bit spicy and sweet, so make it taste better. Oh my gosh, I put so much sauce.
All right, I've got a giant chunk ready to roll.
Oh, better.
Yeah, that sauce makes it completely different. That gives
Right?
it, before then it was almost just like the flavor profile of the Vietnamese dish bok chin. But now, I mean, that is so Thai. Sweet and sour.
Yeah. 170.
Oh.
เฮ้ยอยู่
170 guys, it's like $5, killing it. Bok kia Tadin Daang. Tucked away in a small market stall, this family-run dessert shop is famous for its sweet bok kia. It's a unique treat, egg noodle topped with crunchy ice and syrup, which is amazingly refreshing and not too sweet. So good luck ordering that if you're not Thai. You have to write down your own order and put it on the little spike. Wow, it seems really popular as well, especially with old people. This is the kind of vibe I like when I eat street food.
I've got to admit, I wasn't that excited for this because I thought, like, you know, I've eaten chè in Vietnam, the sort of Asian bean soups. I don't like sweet beans, that's my thing.
Oh, really?
But this place is so popular.
It's so popular.
It's so
quite
popular.
surprised too.
We've been to all these Michelin reviewed places today. This is by far the busiest place we've
Yeah.
seen. I'm genuinely pretty excited for this.
This place is famous for their yellow noodles
Right.
and dessert.
Yeah, which is kind of weird, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I never tried noodles. in
Yeah,
dessert
again,
before.
more noodles. It's crazy. They even put it in dessert.
This is another style. We didn't expect this.
No, I didn't expect this at all.
Noodles,
Right.
syrup. Okay.
That is the craziest way to eat noodles. It's so crazy. Because you're not used to cold noodles. You have that hint of bean flavor. The syrup's not too sweet. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's super cold because it's all ice. Like everything tastes completely different. Every spoonful is completely different. There's so many different textures going on. There's so many different flavors. 140 baht. That's like $4. I even got the driver one. Let's go.
ละลายหมด
This next place is seafood, and seafood means that maybe it's expensive.
Well, look, I couldn't resist. It's like we had so much of the budget left. Got to blow it on something, right?
For sure.
This is so crazy to me because it's like a rice soup. Like I've rarely eaten rice soups.
Smells so good though.
Okay, I've got a bit of fish, I've got a bit of rice. The fish is super delicate. And the rice is such a strange addition to me. I don't think in the West you would ever eat rice in a soup.
Look how big it is.
Yeah, a gorgeous looking fish.
It's not overcooked too.
Right, but the fish is almost not flavorless, but you know what I mean? It's just white, flaky, steamed fish. The sauce has a lot of flavor with the garlic. But if you want to really overload it, you just dip it in some of that sauce. Boom, that'll rip your head off.
So great.
All right. 100% crab congee. That looks so good to me.
It's so amazing.
Honestly, I think the best thing about eating crab in Asia is all the work is done for you.
It's so easy to eat.
It's so easy. It's all the best bits and none of the work. I have literally eaten lobsters in Vietnam that were smaller than this prawn. I've never seen a river prawn this big. I think it's time we take a giant chunk.
Okay.
I'm just going to use my hands because I'm an animal like that.
Oh.
Oh my God. That's perfectly cooked. Still really moist. Has a lot of that weird brain juice mixed in. That is so good. I want to try some of that crazy Thai sauce.
Very spicy.
Oh,
Running from Boeing.
yeah.
Really good.
Unbelievable. Again, I mean, you could put that up against any lobster. You wouldn't know the difference. That is really good. And that is the biggest prawn I've ever seen in my life. If you're a seafood fan, this is the place to come.
That was crazy. I am so full. For you guys, our stomachs are getting sacrificed. All right, it's not too bad. That was pretty much heaven, but you get my point.
It's fishball time at Lim Lao Ngao Fishball Noodle. After 60 years in business, the family boasts multiple branches, but the original in Chinatown is our pick. The bouncy fishball concept definitely lives up to its name. Made from fresh fish and no flour, they're served with Chinese noodles and wontons and leave a joyful aftertaste.
And finally, real street food. No AC, and it's definitely an exposed kitchen because we are literally outdoors on the street. What are we doing to ourselves? We should have tapped out after the seafood,
Yes.
but this is more seafood related.
Yes, still fish.
It's fish.
Yes, still fish.
Fish balls.
Fish balls noodle.
Michelin-rated. This place is absolutely packed. They've taken over this entire alleyway. Everybody wants these fish balls. So I want to see what it's like. You know, it's strange to me. We had fish balls earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Really not that fishy at all. These are intensely fishy. Really fishy fish balls.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, I love it, but maybe I'm not a big fishball guy. What I want to try is some of this big fatty noodle.
It's fresh noodles actually.
Right, it's almost like a fettuccine, but it's a rice noodle. Super nice, super flaky, clearly homemade.
You know what? It's actually the same one as we had at the deep fried noodles place. Yeah, it's the same one, but that one is deep fried version.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I've got to admit, this is really good, but that deep fried thing, that was out of this world. This to me looks like the best bit, right? Everyone wants to eat this dumpling.
I love this one.
God, surprisingly chewy. I think that's the best bit of the dish. Maybe that's why everyone comes here. Eat the dumplings, guys. Get only the fish dumplings. And the bill, 100 baht. Killing it. It was a fun 12-hour day, guys. We went pretty ham on the last seafood restaurant. So if you actually wanted to eat nothing but Michelin street food in Bangkok, I think you could easily do it all day for way less than $100.
Definitely.
The thing that blew me away today was just the range of different noodle dishes that there was. And I really do think that I got like a way broader understanding of Thai cuisine, especially Chinese Thai cuisine that I've had before. Overall, I would recommend this process. It's a long day, but maybe cut it short. Get a tuk-tuk driver, hit up Xuan, take your own food tour, eat as much Michelin food as you can in a day for really basically pennies. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.